Today, we're diving into Apple's latest and greatest, the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's the largest and most feature-packed model in the new lineup, and has certainly got a lot of people talking. So let's break down what's new and what makes it stand out. First off, let's talk about the display. The iPhone 16 Pro Max now sports a massive 6.9-inch screen, which is a slight bump up for the previous model's 6.7 inches. Even with a larger display, Apple has done a fantastic job keeping the phone's form factor sleek and manageable, thanks to thinner bezels that almost disappear into the edges of the device. The ceramic shield is still here, ensuring that your phone can withstand drops and impacts. And just like before, we've got IP68 water and dust resistance, which makes the phone durable under all kinds of conditions. Whether you're out in the rain or accidentally drop it, this iPhone can handle it. One thing Apple has absolutely nailed is the quality of the OLED display. The iPhone 16 Pro Max continues the tradition of deep blacks and punchy colors, perfect for watching videos, gaming, or just scrolling through social media. This time, though, Apple has bumped up the peak brightness to 2000 nits, making it easier to use outdoors in bright sunlight. So if you love using your phone on the go, this is a game changer. Now let's move on to one of the most exciting parts of the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the camera system. Apple has upgraded the ultra-wide camera to a 48-megapixel sensor, which means you'll get sharper photos and improved performance in little light situations. Whether you're taking landscape shots or close-ups, the results are stunning. But that's not all. Apple has introduced a new camera control button on the side of the device. This button lets you adjust camera settings like zoom and exposure on the fly, making it super convenient for both casual photographers and pros alike. If you're into video, you'll love the 4K slow-motion video feature, which captures incredible detail at 120 frames per second. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by the new A18 Pro chip. Built on a cutting-edge 3nm process, this chip offers not only faster performance but also better energy efficiency. Whether you're into gaming, multitasking, or editing videos on your phone, the A18 Pro is designed to handle it all without breaking a sweat. And let's not forget storage. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with options all the way up to 1 TB, so you'll have plenty of room for apps, photos, and 4K videos without worrying about running out of space. When it comes to battery life, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has a larger 4685 mAh battery, which promises even more screen time compared to last year's model. So you can expect a full day's use without needing to constantly reach for your charger. And speaking of charging, it supports both wired and wireless charging, with up to 25-watt MagSafe charging. However, it's worth noting that Apple still isn't including a USB 3 cable in the box, even though the phone now supports faster data transfers through the USB 3 port. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is undoubtedly a powerhouse. From its larger display to its impressive camera upgrades and the beastly A18 Pro chip, it's clear that Apple has packed a lot into this device. So, what do you think of the iPhone 16 Pro Max? Will you be upgrading? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech content. See you in the next video. Peace out. The smartphone industry is constantly evolving, with each new year bringing us flagship devices that push the boundaries of technology and design. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the two biggest names in the smartphone world right now: Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both phones are powerhouses in their own right, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's dive into the battle of the bigs. Design and size. As expected, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't deviate much from its predecessor when it comes to design. The rectangular shape, soft corners, flat sides, and dynamic island pill-shaped cutout remain. This year, however, the screen has grown from 6.7 inches to a massive 6.9 inches, making it the largest display ever on an iPhone. Its bezels are even thinner, but the overall dimensions have changed slightly, measuring 163 millimeters by 77.6 millimeters. In comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly smaller at 162.3 millimeters in height, but a bit wider at 79 millimeters, making it easier to handle for users who love to use the S Pen for sketching or taking notes. Speaking of the S Pen, Samsung once again offers the stylus nestled into the bottom of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a feature that remains unique to Samsung in the flagship market, and one that many users either love or ignore completely. The precision of the S Pen, developed in partnership with Wacom, is something to be admired, making it a fantastic tool for creative tasks. Apple, on the other hand, introduces some new tricks with its buttons. The Action button, which debuted in the iPhone 15 Pro series, returns, offering customizable functions for launching apps or activating Siri shortcuts. But the real star of the show is the new camera control button. This physical key, equipped with a capacitive surface, allows users to control the camera with a swipe, much like a traditional camera shutter button, enhancing the photography experience. Both phones come in sleek color options. The iPhone 16 Pro Max offers titanium finishes in white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Meanwhile, Samsung gives users a broader selection with titanium violet, yellow, black, and gray, and 3 exclusive colors if you order directly from Samsung's website. Display differences. When it comes to display, both phones boast impressive technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 6.9-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display that can drop its refresh rate to just 1 Hz, keeping your wallpaper or photos visible even when the phone is asleep. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra comes equipped with its signature AMOLED screen, also featuring a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display. However, Samsung has a slight edge here with its anti-reflective coating, which makes the screen much easier to see outdoors. In contrast, the iPhone struggles with reflections in bright sunlight despite its high brightness. Color accuracy is another area where the two phones differ slightly. The iPhone's display leans towards a yellowish hue, while the Galaxy has a bit of a teal tint. But with both phones offering blue light filters and adaptive color calibration, these differences are minimal in day-to-day use. One new feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop to an incredibly low 1 nit brightness level, making it easier on the eyes in dark environments. Samsung's display already hovers around this level, so both phones are excellent for nighttime use. Performance and software. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-gen 3nm process by TSMC. This cutting-edge chip brings significant improvements in performance and efficiency, particularly when it comes to handling heavy tasks like gaming and AI-driven processes. Apple has also focused on better heat dissipation, addressing the overheating issues that plagued the A17 Pro chip. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, specifically tuned for Samsung devices. While both chips are incredibly powerful, benchmarks show that Apple's A18 Pro takes the lead in CPU performance. However, in 3D graphics tests, the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind, offering stellar gaming performance. Both Apple and Samsung are pushing into the realm of AI, with dedicated NPU cores to handle AI tasks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with Apple Intelligence, which will roll out new features gradually, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra already boasts AI-powered features like live translation, generative image editing, and transcript summaries. As for software, the iPhone runs iOS, which has seen some welcome changes this year, bringing it closer to the flexibility of Android. You can now place app icons anywhere on the home screen and even customize their colors. But if customization is what you're after, Samsung's One UI still reigns supreme with features like split-screen multitasking, themes, and more. Samsung has also stepped up its software update game, promising 7 years of updates for the Galaxy S24 Ultra compared to Apple's 5-year commitment for the iPhone. Camera capabilities. Apple has made some significant upgrades to the cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, particularly the ultra-wide camera, which now features a 48-megapixel sensor. The main camera remains at 48 megapixel, and the 5x telephoto camera comes with a 12-megapixel sensor. A new lens coating helps reduce the lens flare issue that has been prevalent in recent iPhone models, especially during night shots. Samsung, as always, is pushing the envelope with its camera hardware. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a hopping 200-megapixel main camera, alongside a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50-megapixel 5x zoom camera. While the megapixel count might seem impressive, the real magic happens in post-processing. Both phones have excellent cameras, but Samsung has a slight edge in zoom performance, while the iPhone tends to over-sharpen fine details like leaves or grass. In low-light conditions, both phones perform admirably, but the iPhone's new lens coating helps reduce the flare and artifacts that can appear in night photos. Samsung, on the other hand, continues to struggle slightly with oversaturated greens in its images, but this is only noticeable when directly comparing photos side by side. Battery and charging. When it comes to battery life, both phones pack a punch. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a slightly larger 5,000 mAh battery. However, Samsung takes the lead in charging speeds, offering 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt. For wireless charging, Apple's MagSafe offers 25-watt, while Samsung's wireless charging maxes out at 15-watt. Conclusion. So, which phone is the better choice? It's a tough call. The iPhone 16 Pro Max impresses with its sleek design, powerful A18 Pro chip, and improved cameras, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra excels with its S Pen, higher megapixel count, and faster charging speeds. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether you're more entrenched in Apple's ecosystem or Samsung's Android world. Either way, you're getting a top-tier smartphone that won't disappoint. What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care. Goodbye.